Hi, Stephen. Congratulations. Wanted to ask how it feels, first of all, and were you looking at tomorrow as a possible big day for you? And what got involved with keeping you here for another 3 years?
Yeah. First of all, nice to talk to you again. Good to be in your guys' presence. I know it hasn't been too long since we were out. It feels like a long time, but there was kind of no doubt in my mind that I knew I'd be back in Toronto again, and it definitely has been a process, and maybe it went a little longer than I'd hoped, but that's a part of being unrestricted, and you don't really know. But in my heart, I knew I wanted to come back, and talking to Tree and all the guys in management, we just made it work. And tomorrow was definitely a possibility, but again, in my heart of hearts, I knew that I wanted to stay. I didn't want to go anywhere else, and I'm just so proud and happy to be able to get it done. And I'm already looking forward to next year.
Thank you, Lance. Next, we'll go to Kevin McGran from the Toronto Star. Go ahead, Kevin.
Always good to talk to you too. Thanks for saying so. I appreciate it. A crazy day in the NHL today. Not just you, but obviously the Leafs make a big deal for Matias Maccelli. I wonder what you know about him, and say a few words, if you will, about Mitch Marner and what a kind of teammate he was for you.
Yeah. So Maccelli again, he was kind of in the West, and I don't know a whole lot about him, but definitely looking at his stats from a couple seasons ago. He had a couple back-to-back years where he's definitely got some offensive instinct, and he can move the puck. He passes the puck as good as some of the top players in the league. And for maybe a smaller guy, he's actually a little bit bigger than I thought. I was looking at his page, but he's definitely going to be welcomed here, and I'm excited to see what he can bring for us. So. And then the news about Mitchie, again, I haven't been on my phone a whole lot, looking online and stuff like that. I know tomorrow's a big day, and there's a lot of noise leading up to it, but all I know is that, he was an incredible teammate. Again, I'm not sure exactly what's happened or what's gone down for sure, but whatever team he's playing for next season, they're getting a great teammate, ultimate competitor, and an even better guy off the ice. So I'm happy for Mitch, and whatever decision that gets made, he's got a long, bright, successful career ahead of him. So I'm happy for him.
Thank you, Kevin. Next, we'll go to Mark Masters, TSN. Go ahead, Mark.
Stephen, congratulations on the deal. I'm wondering, what's it mean to you that you're here for 3 years, the term on the contract?
Yeah, I think that's honestly that's what I wanted more than anything, was just the longevity. And I would love to play my whole career here in Toronto, and last year was even better. It's exceeded expectations, and just being able to wear the Leaf with pride, and being able to play at home with friends and family, and trying to bring a cup to a city that's been longing for so long, and it deserves it. So we've got a great group of guys there still, and no matter the moves you make, I think the DNA hasn't changed with our coaching staff up to management, and we still have that goal that we want to be the hardest working team, we want to be the best team, and we want to be the team that comes out on top in June. So it was kind of a no-brainer that, like I said, working out the contract details and stuff like that. There's obviously a lot that goes into it, but I'm just so happy that it's done now, and I can, really put my foot on the gas and get ready to bring it again next season.
I know you have probably had a ton of moments that resonated, but what was your favorite moment playing for your hometown team last year?
Gosh, there's so many. I don't think I'll ever forget skating out for the Game 1 of playoffs. It's a great barn to play in, but playoffs is an electric atmosphere, and coming out with seeing all the white towels, and the speakers are blasting music, and it was just chills. And I remember looking at Lottie on the bench, just a couple local boys, and we're like, holy, this is sick. And I think the energy in I still remember the first 10 minutes, and it was, we came out flying, and that's something don't think I'll ever forget. So that's one that sticks out, but there were so many little things on the ice, off the ice, in the community, at practice. It was just, it kind of went by. It was a blur, but I don't think there was really a bad day, minus the day we lost out. It was just so disappointing, but it was just such a fun year. And like I said, it's such a great group there that, I wouldn't really want to go to war with anybody else.
Thank you, Mark. Next, we'll go to Joshua Cloak from The Athletic. Go ahead, Joshua.
Steven, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. So you said there was no doubt in your mind that you wanted to come back to Toronto. Just a little bit more. What was it about last year? What happened last year that really left you convinced that Toronto was the only option for you moving forward?
Well, I'd be lying if I said like the hometown. I take a lot of pride in being a Leafs fan and now a player. That definitely had a lot to do with it. But I was, pleasantly surprised with how well the organization was, run, and they have so many great pieces, and they're the right pieces. It's not just the best of the best. It really is. But at the same time, they're guys with good heads on their shoulders. And like I said, whether that's management or the coaching staff or the guys that bought in, it was just it really was a winning culture, and I know what that's like. So again, I'm already excited for next year. I just, my head's kind of still buzzing right now. It's been a crazy, couple weeks and just trying to get this thing done. But more than anything, I'm just excited. And like I said, it's such a great group that, it really wasn't, it didn't take a whole lot of decision making. I knew my heart was here.
Thank you, Josh. We'll take two more. First up, we'll go to Luke Fox, Sportsnet. Go ahead, Luke.
Congratulations, Stephen.
Thank you. Thanks, Luke.
Yeah. So just curious what your summer looks like. Like, what do you do to get away from the game? Did you take any vacation? And then training wise, who are you working out with? Where are you going? What are you trying to improve?
Yeah. So I'm actually we just finished up a game of golf right now. I've been doing that a little bit, but I can't really sit still, and sometimes it's a little too slow for me. So I've obviously been working out. I'm already back skating, and with some of the local guys from Kitchener, Waterloo around the league. So yeah, I've worked out here. I usually spend my summers in Waterloo. I love coming home. It's kind of nice that it's only an hour car ride, playing for the Leafs now. But we have a great group back here, good guys that push each other in the gym and at skates. So it'll be nice that I can, as the months go on, as it gets closer to training camp, I think some guys will kind of funnel back into town, and then I'll be able to drive to Toronto and get some workouts in and kind of get a head start, getting back into a routine and get settled in Toronto. So, we still got 2 months left of summer, but those are going to fly by. I know that. So I'm going to try to enjoy it. I'm getting married at the end of July. So that's something that's kind of the next step. That's a big thing for me. So I'm looking forward to that. And then after that, then it's time to put the pedal down.
Thanks, Luke. And we'll end it with our leadoff hitter here, Lance Horby, Toronto Sun. Over to you.
Thanks, Stephen. Congratulations, by the way, on behalf of everybody and the coming nuptials. I wanted to finish off by asking, what did you think of what happened in Florida today with them bringing back all three guys, and how tough, they're the team that knocked you out, and with these moves, they're going to be just as tough. Wondered what your opinion on that is.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive in the salary cap era to make it work and get the guys under the cap. And obviously, it's a very well-run organization, and they did a great job, bringing those players back, and obviously some big names. But again, looking back in the playoff series, I think we gave it our best, and it was just, very disappointing what happened in that seventh game. But that's a team that we look at and we think, we're not going to back down, and we're not afraid. So bringing those pieces back for them, again, their team doesn't change a whole lot. So we're going to look at that, use our experience from this past playoffs, and try to, make some tweaks, changes, whatever it is, and try to bring that energy to be able to get over that hump next year.